30 years ago, a young boy was walking along the stream trying to catch a trout. He did, an angler was born, and that little boy was me. I'm back now, not after trout. This is the Western Pools competition scene. Well, going on behind me now is one of the most important parts of any match, and that is the draw. Now, the draw here down at Western Pools today isn't the usual out of the bag draw. They're doing a walk-off. That means the guys go up, they pull a number out first, and that number is the choice that they will get. We saw first out of the bag. He actually drew number 13, which, although he was first to draw, means he gets last choice. There's a lot of tactics goes on with this. Now, the guy that gets choice number 1, the pressure is on him because he can always pick the favoured swim on the lake. The guy that's last out the bag, he has to sweep up whatever's left. So his choice isn't as much, but he can use his tactics, find out where everyone else has gone, watch who he thinks is the favourites, and perhaps take a bit of inspiration from them. Well, this is it, crucial point now. Now you were first to draw, last to choose. Where are you going to go with this one?
I'm going to try 33 on the canal.
Right, 33 on the canal. So let's just have a look at this. On the canal pool, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Obviously very popular. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's me and my maths. Look at that, 5 on this pond as well. Just 3 on the top pond. Let's get it on. Let's find out who's going to win. Well, that's it. It's hooter time, and the match has now commenced. Behind us, swim 37. He was first out of the draw. It's Graham Thomas. He's a bit of a favourite in these parts as well. He's drawn a favourite peg. The weather's not exactly fantastic for match fishing, but this is a good old pool, so it'll be very interesting to see what his early tactics are. And it's incredible. Look at that. He's actually fishing behind himself. Now, that's a very, very interesting tactic there. It looks from what he's doing that he's not actually fishing the spot yet. He's just cupping a bit of bait in. He's probably putting a bit of chopped worm in there, just dropping it tight on the edge in the hope that the odd fish will come in. And now he's going out to the other corner as well, look. And he's in. Look at that. As soon as he moved to the far bank, he's straight in on a fish there. And that was literally within inches of the bank. Looks like a small carp. Ah, it's actually a barbel. Little barbel, 6 inches long. Looks like its first scores on the doors for Graham. Now, this is one of the target species as well. We haven't seen one of these yet. This is a beautiful little tench. Probably 6, 8 ounces in total. Another of the target species that the lads are aiming for here. Completely different fight on these things. You know more or less straight away when you've got a tench. But between the tench, the crucians, the F1s and also the barbel, that's what the lads are going to be aiming at. We see that Graham's playing yet another one, so whilst he's got the tench feeding here, next door it looks like it's more carp and crucians. That's a very interesting tactic going on in the swim, and if you just come over here and have a look on the other side of this bridge, right on the corner down there, we've got Clive's float. Now, it's a brilliant opportunity to watch this float in action. What happens, he's put in, it's probably within 15, 20 seconds now, not a lot happening. Something's whizzing around there, but look, he's twitched it, and I'd bet a pound to a penny that will fire under any second now. Now, this is the other sort of fish that makes up large numbers over here, and this is called an F1. It's a derivative of a common carp, but it's genetically modified so it doesn't grow very big. And these things are stocked into match fisheries all over the country because they fight pretty well. They don't really get more than sort of a couple of pound, as an average, couple of £3, I suppose. But beautiful looking fish, and one of the main target species for the lads today. We'll pop him back in. Very nice. Little nervous glance up there at the competition, see what they're doing. This is a bit of a scrap going on between these two. We've got hot peg, we've got local knowledge. Both of them fishing very well, both with fish on the bank at the moment. Elsewhere we've seen 1 or 2 fish being caught. It seems to be these two that are charging off at the moment. Now, to most match anglers, F1s are the bread and butter of a day's work. Now and again the odd bonus carp. Well, that's probably the Sunday dinner. And down here I've got a Chinese takeaway. Let's have a little look at this. Something slightly exotic, slightly oriental. And it's always nice to see these little things around in ponds as well. That's a golden tench. Virtually identical to the normal standard tench, apart from the fact it's orange in colour and it's got the odd little black spot on it. Now we're going to come straight in on the action. Clive Wynne. Oh, little crucian again there. It's proving to be a pretty good day at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, catching one at chuck at the moment, so I'm catching crucians and F1s. So hopefully I'll win. But there's some good anglers on here today, so.
Who's your main competition?
Probably the fishery owner at the moment, Mike, on the top pool, on the Bluffy Doing. I've had a bit of information that he's catching quicker than I am. And I'm catching one, say, every minute. He's catching one every 30 seconds.
Similar stamp of fish, is it?
Yeah, same stamp of fish.
Is it the same across all the lakes?
On this lake, mainly, it is fish averaging anything from 6 ounces to £1.5 pounds. And then we've got another 2 lakes where the fish are a lot bigger. We've got barbel up to £10 and carp up to £10 as well. But these are more, the 2 lakes we're fishing at the moment are the main match lakes.
Just before we do disappear, talk us through your bait very quickly. We've seen pellets all over the place. You've got 4 little tubs there. What's in it and what you're doing with it?
Right, these are micro pellets. This is the main feed pellet. These are my hooker pellets. I've got 2 different types of pellet there. One's a proper expander and one's a more heavier pellet. And keep alternating between the two, because the lighter hooker pellets, which are more spongy, they drop through the water slower compared to my other pellets, which are really hard and heavier, and they go straight to the bottom a bit quicker.
So it's not just a case of chucking a few pellets in, there is quite a science behind it. What about these? They're darker again?
These are just a darker feed pellet again.
And they're going in the cup?
They go in the cup.
And these little ones are going in the cup, they're your hookers?
They're my hookers.
What's the attraction with the little ones? They're dry, they're wet?
Just
What's
dry.
the difference?
Because they're dry, they'll drop through the water slower.
Right.
If they're wetter, they go down a bit better as well.
Right.
So if they're drier, they are, the more air in them, so they're slower dropping.
Excellent. All very complicated.
Very
we'll
odd.
leave you to it, and we're going to go and see your boss now.
Okay, so see you now.
Well, we're in the swim now of the guy that everybody believes is in the lead. This is fishery owner Mike Philby. As you can see from the way that he's sat at the moment, the sun is bright in the sky, and as a result the fish aren't feeding as confidently as they were. He's in at the moment, and one of the reasons why he's in is because he's got a nice reed bed just on his right hand side. That reed bed's providing some sanctuary for the fish, and as the sun gets brighter they do tend to like to go to areas where they feel safer. Looks like a small F1. Now, in addition to that, earlier in the match Mike was catching fish actually underneath his feet, and when we say underneath his feet we mean literally underneath his feet. He's on that platform there and has been baiting up underneath his trainers. The odd fish has been coming directly from underneath his jetty, and you see now that whilst he was fishing previously at this end of the reed bed, he's caught a fish from there. It might have spooked him, so he's moved to a different part of it. Every now and again you see those reeds knock, and there's definitely fish moving around that area, so it wouldn't surprise me if within the next few minutes he catches another one. Now then, unlucky swim number 13 on the Wilfred Owen pool isn't necessarily that unlucky. Mike, you're doing all right at the moment. Bit of a ding-dong with you and Clive, though.
Apparently so, yeah. I don't know exactly what Clive's got, but I've seemed to have dropped on fish almost from the in. Caught them very tight in underneath my feet, not having to go far, and had a real good hour.
Yeah.
Maybe put £30 in
Let's
the
see what
net.
we've
I'm
got
using a bigger pellet,
Yeah.
because I don't think there's any need for a smaller pellet. I'm using a 16 hook, £3 rig.
What we noticed over there, and I shouldn't really be telling you this tactic,
Go
but
on.
you're the boss, so I will anyway. On the put-in,
Yeah.
obviously it's coming down on the drop. You've got a good chance there, but sort of 10-15 seconds and he's not had a pick up. As soon as he's twitching it, he's getting the bite, and it's normally on the second twitch that he has that bite.
Is it?
Yeah.
So he's worked something out that I haven't pretty quickly.
So it was very.
Is he feeding much
interesting
up
seeing
there?
it. 1 every 10, I should think.
1 every 10 fish, so he's not. It's the same as I thought. They're not that interested in the feed.
Well, the battle is still raging between the canal pool and the top pool, between Clive and Mike. Who's going to win? Unfortunately, we're not going to find out. We've run out of time, but it's been a wonderful trip down memory lane for me to come back down to Western Pools.